Pilates is a great for stretching and building core strength, which is vital when it comes to getting the most out of your runs. We acquire the strength we have overcome. There is a feeling that strength is determined by the size of a union. That clearly is nonsense. Some folks hesitate to seize additional strength because they think it wrong or dangerous to be a powerful individual. These characteristics are not power. They are weaknesses disguised as power. To be capable of steady friendship or lasting love are the two greatest proofs not only of goodness of heart but of strength of mind. Have you not learned that strength comes to an ordinary soul when giving an extraordinary calling? When what we introduce into the children's world of ideas and feelings is in line with the direction of the developmental forces of a given stage of life, we strengthen the entire developing person in a way that remains a source of strength throughout that person's life. The strength and power of despotism consists wholly in the fear of resistance. If we resist our passions, it is more due to their weakness than our strength. Life always rides in strength to victory, not through internationalism, but only through the direct responsibility of the individual. Many think that the price of discipleship is too costly and too burdensome. For some, it involves giving up too much. But the cross is not as heavy as it appears to be. Through obedience, we acquire much greater strength to carry it. I'm a true believer in the strength of a teamwork and the power of dreams. Suppressed grief suffocates, it rages within the breast and is forced to multiply its strength outward. Zealous men are ever displaying to you the strength of their belief, while judicious men are showing you the grounds of it. William Shenstow. Freedom and order are not incompatible. Truth is strength. Free discussion is the very life of truth. Thomas Huxley. The joy of the mind is the measure of its strength. Ninon de Leclos. Mountaineering is more about mental strength to conquer rather than physical. Arunima Sinha. The failure of academic feminists to recognize difference as a crucial strength is a failure to reach beyond the first patriarchal lesson. In a world, divide and conquer must become define and empower. Audre Lorde. It requires more strength to be gentle. So it's the everyday encounters of life that I think we have prepared children for and prepared them to be good to other and to consider other people. Bob Creation. From the gut comes the strut, and where the hunger reigns, strength abstains. François Labelis. The mark of a truly civilized man is confidence in the strength and security derived from inquiring mind. Felix Frankfurter. It's really important to share the idea that being different might feel like a problem at the time, but ultimately diversity is a strength. Carson Kressler. One of the primary purposes of civilization and certainly its primary strength is the guarantee that family life can flourish in unity, peace, and order. Robert Kennedy. Simulated disorder postulates perfect discipline. Simulated fear postulates courage. Simulated weakness postulates strength. Lao Tzu. I believe we'll develop speed via strength work, which includes hill running, either repeats or running hilly courses, as the Kenyans do on a steady basis. Bill Rogers. I think what weakens people most is fear of wasting their strength. Etty Hilson. Although strength should fail, the effort will deserve praise. In great enterprises, the attempt is enough. Sextus Proprietus. It's being willing to walk away that gives you strength and power. If you're willing to accept the consequences of doing what you want. Whoopi Goldberg. If a man would travel far along the mystic road, he must learn to desire God intensely but in stillness, passively, and yet with all his heart and mind and strength. Aldous Huxley. We enter the world alone, we leave the world alone. James Anthony Froude. Superior strength is found in the long run to lie with those who had right on their side. James Anthony Froude. It is my own firm belief that the strength of the soul grows in proportion as the subtle the flesh. Mahatma Gandhi. You had no right to be born, for you make no use of life. Instead of living for, in and with yourself, as a reasonable being ought, you seek only to fasten your feebleness on some other person's strength. Charlotte Bronte. A typical week of training leading up to a major championship is like the sprinkling of parsley at the end of a dish. It's just the final little touches, the last little bit of strength or fitness, but mostly you are ready and are just maintaining and staying healthy. Megan Rapinoe. Philosophy goes no further than probabilities, and in every assertion keeps a doubt in reserve. Charlotte Bronte. Life is so constructed that the event does not, cannot, will not match the expectation. Charlotte Bronte. You cannot dream yourself into a character. You must hammer and forge yourself one. James Anthony Froude.